Come on in.
I said, welcome up out there, what? Well, I always got it done. Bring it back. Bring it back. By the time I said that.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on in. Come on in. Check out
Come on
the
in.
Become an icon today. That's iconicsaga.com. That's ad-free content, exclusive content. That's ad-free content. That's exclusive content. One more time. That's ad-free content, exclusive content.
Become an icon.
Become an icon. We got a little treble in the back. You know what I'm saying? The connection is a little weak. But if you got 100 pennies, 20 nickels,
Yes, sir.
10 dimes, 2 half dollars,
The boy can count, can he?
or just $1 a month. That's ad-free content, exclusive content. Make sure you become an icon. While you're at it, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, but most of all, make sure you do what?
Subscribe down.
Now, we in uncharted territory because I don't even know how this is going to go. For my virtual people
Oh, okay.
that the camera can't see and never saw, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, but most of all, make sure you do what?
Subscribe.
Leave it to breathing.
Okay.
Now, this our 3rd week rocking and rolling, so we should get the tempo. It shouldn't be no now. It shouldn't be no ow. It shouldn't be no wow. Make sure you like for the new guy. Make sure you share for the new guy. Make sure you comment for the new guy. But most of all, new guy, make sure you do what?
Subscribe down.
Yeah!
Oh, he finally got it, fool. He finally got it.
But we have a newest guy that has not been a part of the 4th and 1 crew. He may not know how we rock and roll. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment. But newest of the new guys, what should you do?
Subscribe, dog.
Oh, he too chill. He too damn cool.
He too cool for school.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment. All together, make sure you do what? Subscribe, dog. Thank you. Now, we got that out the way. First down. Viral moment of the week. Let's see what we got. So for Christmas in my house, sometimes me and my brothers trade gifts. Swapping out some of those gifts with the gifts you actually want. Well, here's a no-brainer. Harry's Holiday Craft Set. Right now, you can get 50% off Harry's Holiday Craft Set, which comes in a custom green gift box with free handle engraving. It's perfect for that one guy who's impossible to shop for, or for treating yourself. The Holiday Craft Set includes 1 craft handle, your choice of foaming shave gel or shave cream, 2 extra blades, and a travel blade cover. It's the real deal. The way the craft handle feels solid. It doesn't slip, even when wet. The German engineer blade gives you a smooth, clean shave every time. No irritation. Whether lining up my beard or going for a full shave. And the packaging, that sleek green gift box, is so polished, it's ready to give without any gift wrap. And Harry's isn't just about shaving. Their redwood body wash, man, that's the one. Like a little burst of freshness every morning, or whenever you take a shower. Order by December 12th to get it in time for Christmas. And remember, Harry's offers 100% money back guarantee. Get 50% off Harry's Holiday Craft Set, a custom green gift box, and free handle engraving when you go to harrys.com/4.
Man, how much does being cold play into the game, Cam, all right? So the Packers dominated the Dolphins. The Bills dominated the 49ers, all right? And with that, Jamar Chase has something to say about being cold. He had something called warm skin lotion. Let's check it out.
Besides a hand warmer, I put on some warm skin. I try not to put too much on because Joe gonna scream at me.
What's warm skin?
Warm skin, it's like cream or like lotion we put on to like keep us warm.
Joe screams at you why?
Because it gets on the ball.
Yeah, get on the ball. You said Joe does what?
I just said he screams at you why.
He screamed at me in college for doing it. Maybe he told me he's not throwing me the ball unless I take it off. So.
How many times do you warn?
Like, anytime it was mad cold. Anytime it's cold, like mad cold.
So it's been a while since you warned.
Oh, he threw it to me. I took it off. That's why. Yeah.
Wait, so what did he say?
We got in the huddle. Well, I think this was like, I don't think the game started, and I was walking like towards going on the field, and I think I bumped him, or like he must have seen me like shiny, and like he touched me and was like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh, that's some stuff." He's like, "Bro, take it off." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Bro, I'm not throwing you the ball if you got it on." I was like, "Okay." I just took it off right there.
So for the people who do not understand the importance of a mental thought process for a quarterback, we do not like slippery ointments, substances, no nothing. It affects the grip. It affects the ability to control the football as we're throwing it. Now, you see the likes of Aaron Rodgers of old. You see the likes of Patrick Mahomes of old. You've seen the likes of even really Tom Brady in arm motions being able to control the ball. Mm-hmm. That's because the grip matters.
Okay.
What alters the grip is any type of substance, any type of anything on the ball, right? It could be rain, it could be snow, or self-imposed ointment. So, to your question, Peggy, does playing in the cold matter? Yes.
But Cam, like even from your time, like in New England, I mean, you played in Carolina, but you had cold games that you had to play in. Yeah. Like, does that even affect even the way that you prepare for the game? Like, you know what I'm saying, being cold?
Oof.
Catching a cold already, ain't you?
Trying to catch a cold. It does affect how you approach the next game, right? Mm-hmm. If I know I'm playing in Buffalo versus playing in Minnesota when Minnesota was playing at the college, or outside, or I'm playing in Miami or Tampa, that just gives you some type of ease. Now, with those Tampa and Miami, you still have to worry about rain.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me, would I prefer to play in the cold or the warm? Obviously, I'm going to choose warm every single day.
For sure.
If you're asking me, would I rather play in the snow or the rain? I'm choosing the snow every single day.
Hold on. I mean, because even when you say the snow, it turns into water anyway, but
it's
cold?
It's different, bro. Like, it's cold out there, but once your heart rate gets going, you lose all that coldness. It's only cold when you go to the sideline and you're sitting down for a long time. While you still playing, you still do sweat. While you playing, you know, certain things that you be like, oh, man, it's too cold out there.
But is that like home field advantage? Like, does that help with home field advantage, like when a team
Oh, for sure. You have any type of edge that may get you an advantage in the game. Yeah. Home field advantage for the cold weather teams, it does matter. Ask Kansas City. Ask Buffalo. Ask Baltimore. Ask these teams that you know is going to be cold, and they prepare for that. The thing that I used to like or didn't like but didn't even know what to expect is that when I was in New England with Coach Belichick, we still practiced in the cold. Even though we had a bubble. That was the weirdest thing to me. Because it just teaches you toughness. It teaches you, like, though, that's the mental game. And he was trying to always have his team be mentally tough. But, yeah, we still hated it. I still hated it personally. I can't speak for everybody else, but it was what it was. So, with that being said, Peggy! Not saying that you smell or anything, but that's kind of what I'm saying. Here's some Mando. With Mando, you're covered, literally. It's clinically proven to control odor up to 72 hours. Whether you're a spray guy, like Peggy, or a stick guy, like myself. It's available in 4 quality scents: bourbon leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and Clover Wood. Mando is the MVP because it's safe for your whole body. Pits, feet, and even those spots you don't talk about in public. Peggy, tell these beautiful people about that time that you went out and you got somebody that's out of your league.
Well, first of all, Boog, she wasn't out of my league, but with the smell of that bourbon leather, it was a smell that did her well, so everything went good.
She was like, you smell like Cam. Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers or to secure some last-minute stocking stuffers. It comes with the solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. Luckily, I have a discount code to help you. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to 40% off your starter pack. Use code 4th at shopmando.com. SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them Peg and Boog sent you. Get Mando for your holiday season. Your family and friends will thank you. Peggy!
What's good, Boog? Yeah! Run me back one more time.
So we got some people. This is almost like, this is a first for us, Peggy.
It is.
This is the first virtual show that we're not in the normal CNR studio. And we kind of got like a semi-live crowd right now.
That is true.
So I would always tell people to be prepared for just any type of blurt outs, and also Peggy's his grunt at the end. For the, I don't know, he always does the little
Put a little... What's good, bud? Yeah! Bro, I can't help it, bro. I can't even help it.
He can't. Every single time, it's that little last little second.
To catch my breath back.
How was your weekend, bro?
Man, the weekend was good, bro. We coming off of Thanksgiving, having all the family there. So they, like I told you before, man, you know, we did the show last day on Thanksgiving, so went home, seen the family, and everything was good, bro. We just had a good time. I had time to chill and relax, see all my good people, and so I had fun, bro. It was a lot of fun, though.
The people came to the Peggy estate.
Yeah, they came to the Peggy Palace.
The Peggy Palace.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did everybody like your cookie, Peggy?
Yeah, the ones that came fresh out the oven, bud.
Say less. I like what you did with that, Peggy.
You see how I do?
I see how you do, and I know how you do. You dig what I'm saying? What was your favorite dish for Thanksgiving, Peggy?
Man, my favorite, you know, I'm a sweets person. I ain't more like a foodie, but I had to go with some honey bun cake. Or my little cousin, he always make some Oreo pie. So he got like an Oreo pie that's everybody always try. So, you know, I was on the Oreo pie and the honey bun cake, and on them leftovers for about 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you ever seen Plies, his video of the leftover rules.
Yeah.
Like after a certain time, you gotta let them go.
Do you let him go? You still pulling from that Thanksgiving meal, Peggy?
I ain't gonna lie, there's some stuff still in the fridge. I ain't gonna lie, it's still in the fridge right about now.
It's Thursday, Peg. Tighten up.
I know. I ain't saying I'm eating it, but I'm about to throw it out. I'm still not pulling from the meal though. I don't let it go. But when I was younger, after Thanksgiving, that's your food for almost the rest of the week now. I ain't gonna hold you.
And you got food that you taking to school.
Yes.
You got ham sandwiches.
That's what my aunt, she already talking about that. She talking about, yep, I'm about to make your uncle his ham and his turkey sandwiches for work next week. What? Next week?
How many people was at your house, bro?
Bro, we had 8, it was 7 or 8 of us that was there. So it's my family like a get in where you fit in. They filled up all the guest rooms, and then everything else is blow up mattress. I knew it was time. When I knew it was time for them to check out, and when I came downstairs and my cousin was asleep on the couch, because I said, bro, don't sleep on the couch. I got, like, just put a blow-up bed or sleep in the bed. But the Negro wasn't just on the couch. He was on the couch just in his drawers and his feet out. I said, when I say make yourself feel at home, you done did just that. Now you got to go back to your own place. You got to go. You got to hit your... Yeah,
he out there looking like, bro, man.
I mean from the 5th floor. I said, oh, yeah.
From the 5th floor.
No, yeah. Let your feet hit the floor. You got to go, brother. So, yeah, man.
What they say, me casa, su casa, Peggy?
Yeah, to a certain extent. Nigga, you got your dirty drawers laid up, no shirt, no socks on even, and you're laid up on the couch. Twiddling your toes.
Did y'all go out?
Man, we went out to Atlantic Station. We went to go see the new movie, The Gladiator. Go at Gladiator 2?
I've been meaning to watch. Did you like it?
I did, bro. It was good. You know that's not really my forte.
Would you watch it again?
I would. I didn't see the full Gladiator 1, but I was able to pick it up. And then, I'm a rom-com type of guy, so that's what I'm mostly in. So that was a little out of my element. But yeah, man, I had fun watching it. It was good. It was good. Go check it out.
Let me show you how well I know this dude. We're gonna name your favorite movie on the count of 3. Did we rehearse this, Peggy?
No, we didn't.
On the count of 3, we're gonna name it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Love Jones.
That's it. Love Jones, the #1 movie. I never took an L on Love Jones. Trying to tell you, to all the players out there, put it in your package. Put it in your package, a little wine of Love Jones to take you a long way.
Okay, tell us about the package, Peggy, because you just can't put Love Jones and just think that it's just gonna be loving the Jones.
Well, I can't give you all. I gave you a piece.
Help the young peas out there. You know what I'm saying? Help the young. Give them a Peggy principle that they could just put in their little pen pal.
Man,
Peggy. Don't withhold all the Peggy principles now.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Peg wouldn't be Peg if I gave away all the principles, but I'm going to just tell you a few things. Man, you got to pop that movie in there. You know what I'm saying? Now I used to have it on DVD. Now you got to stream it on your little whatever you got, get you a good little wine or get your little conversation going. You watch the movie,
How can you properly watch a movie and you talking?
Well, that's what you need to do for the Jones, because they're going to drop a lot of hints, a lot of bombs in there. You need to watch it on your own first and then double back and watch it with your young lady, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because my boy Darius Lovehall got a lot of game that he's spitting in there. And that's that old school Mac. And them young boys don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I look like an old school player with the ball head. And with that movie, brother, I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to take you to the next step,
What's the next step, Peggy?
I mean, she'll be laying in the Peggy Palace. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it P.
Is you going to scold Peggy?
Hey.
How many times have you...
I'm like Bug on 4th and 1. I always got it done.
Peggy!
Good, bud. Yeah. Come on now. Man, look, bro, we gotta keep the show up. You crazy. Man, how was your Thanksgiving, bro? Come on.
Man, listen, bro. Thanksgiving was a blessing, bro. Got time to spend with my family. Yeah, man, everything was everything, dog. I ain't got too much to complain about. I'm here, I'm alive. My kids is around, man. I'm actually at my event right now, and we are really, truthfully blessing the babies, right? Using my God-given ability to play football and paying it back with giving a platform for the kids to play football too. So. That's pretty much that, man. Here we go. Continuing with first down, Peggy, what you got?
Where we got, man, are the Steelers' future truly unlimited, all right? So the Steelers are, man, they beat the Bengals 44-38. Since we're talking about that, Russ threw over 400 yards and 3 TDs, okay, improving him to 5-1 as a starter, all right? And Tomlin locks up his 18th straight winning season as a head coach. All right, man, there's been a lot of stuff, too, happening outside of that. George Pickens, man, he had 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties thrown at him. And after that, Coach Tomlin kind of, spoke about it.
What's going on with George with those unsportsmanlike? You know, he just got to grow up, man. It's an emotional game, man. These divisional games are big. He got a target on his back because he's George. He understands that. But he's got to grow up. He's got to grow up in a hurry.
So Cam, let's break this up into two parts. All right, number one, let's talk about Russ. 5-1, 400 yards, 3 tuds, playing against the Bengals. Even though the Bengals are having a rough season, is Russ?
They're not having a rough season. Their defense.
Their defense is having a rough season. Okay, so but does this 5-1 start for Russell Wilson? Does this make him bona fide as yet, or the test is still coming?
Look. The thing about Russell Wilson is no denying that he still has good football in him. And I'm a believer of that, right? And I can't say that I always was a believer in the start of the year. But with him throwing, you don't just throw for 400 yards and that's a fluke. That's not a fluke. No matter who you playing against. If you're playing against anybody in the NFL, throwing for 400 yards is a big deal. Now, as far as the expectations with him being 5-1, it could kind of be fabricated a little bit because of the teams that he's played. Now, none of those teams that he's beat, which is still up in the air, has been playoff teams outside of the Baltimore Ravens. Let's still keep that in mind. 5-1. They lost to the Browns, which is not a playoff team. They're not going to be a playoff team. They played the Jets, the Giants, the Ravens. The verdict is still out on the Commanders and the Bengals. So when you weigh in who they're beating, we know that the Cincinnati Bengals have an egregious defense. Those things is evident. And when I'm seeing the play of the Pittsburgh Steelers, primarily Russell Wilson, there's still certain things that are in question. Are they validated wins? The skill is there. We still know Russell Wilson can play.
Okay.
But is it something that you can stamp it to say, is this handicapping them by being a pretender? Or is this something that they already know we don't get to pick our teams? We are really a good team that just so happen to play some not so good teams, and that's getting us prepared for the playoffs. When they get to the playoffs, it's not going to be no hiding no more. And something and someone will get exposed. But as far as Russell Wilson and his skill set, he still has enough good play in him. And that's what I've been trying to look at. Because, I mean, when you get pulled by a quarterback who I thought was supposed to still be playing, still has you scratching his head. But Mike Tomlin has been the person who's made the right decision. And that's just the truth.
Well, we talk about the good play on the Steelers side, all right? And now Ocho has had enough, man. He broke down in tears just thinking and talking about the bad play on the Bengals side.
Fool you. You should be crying. Sorry.
We gonna be all right.
No, y'all ain't.
We gonna be all right.
Next year. Y'all ain't gonna be all right this year. Hey, man. You done got them people, you had people in Cincinnati believe in you. Man, Ocho say we gonna be all right. Not everybody ain't doing nothing but eating chili and hot dogs.
So, man, Cam, I mean, obviously, bro. Chili and hot dogs. Man, what is the problem? I know you quickly said it was the defense. You know, like when you play for a team and you just see them down bad like this, are these real tears? Is this something like?
No, oh man, Ocho bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter comes when you think about. I just hate to see the greatness in Joe Burrow just be kicked aside.
Yeah.
Because had they been, I just said this today, had they been 7-2, he's a MVP front runner.
Yeah.
And he can nothing has to change with his stat line.
Yeah.
He just need help. And the crazy part is this, Peggy.
What's up?
If his defense was better, that automatically points to say that his stats will be better. And to think about that, because you got more opportunity, you got It's oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, he's already leading like the lead, and then him, and then a
Jamar
strong
Chase.
second, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
From a fan and a player, I hate that we're seeing greatness just be shrugged aside just because their team isn't good.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. That's how the cookie crumbles. Shout out to Breland.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. Here we go, next clip.
Crumble. Man, all right, so the Steelers are unlimited, but Kirk Cousins and Atlanta Falcons are pretty limited, all right? Kirk Cousins had a cold stretch, and it continued as they fell to the Chargers with a 13-17 loss. He has 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and one was a really, really bad pick, all right? So Next Gen Stats is telling a deeper narrative. Until Sunday, no quarterback with at least 20 pass attempts had ever thrown all of them under 35 miles per hour. And that was Kirk Cousins. All right, so zooming out, and what's ahead for the Falcons? All right, the Falcons are 6-6 and hold a divisional tiebreaker over the Bucs at 6-6. And then, you know, how do you think Kirk Cousins will fare? Should he continue to play with the Falcons being 6-6? Now, they are tied up at the head of the division with the Bucs. But is it time for Kirk to sit down, or would you keep him going?
Yeah, time for Kirk to sit down? No. Time for Atlanta to snap back. Hold on, what is it? Snap? Back to life.
Yeah.
Back to reality. That part.
Yeah.
I'm not a hater. I'm a realist. The type of play that Kirk Cousins was playing early on in the year was nothing less than MVP type of performance. Now we're seeing, will the real Kirk Cousins stand up? I hate to say it, but we've seen this from Kirk Cousins before. You feel me? And when you throw 4 interceptions, I don't care if you're throwing it in the cold, in the dome, in the north or the south. It is what it is. We've seen this happen before.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't bench Kirk Cousins by no stretch of the imagination because they are tied at first. But we're about to see the real Atlanta Falcons come to light.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can snap out of it.
Does he look like he hurt? Do you feel like it's signs of him being fully like healed and like that he fully recovered?
Kirk Cousins should know this, and I believe he knows that if he comes out because of injury, and Michael Penix comes in and wins games, me knowing Atlanta, it's going to be tough, especially when you have a game where you throw for 4 interceptions.
Yeah. That's tough.
That's tough. So it's a lot of things that you got to weigh off. Hopefully he is not hurt. Hopefully he is in a position where he can shake this little dry spell. But we'll see where it goes. Next clip.
Well, talking about injury, all right. 15-year Eagles veteran Brandon Graham, he breaks down while discussing injury thus far.
Well, you know what? Hold on. I'm trying to keep it in.
He jumped on him. Come here, nigga.
Take a moment.
Cool.
Take a moment, Brandon. Take a moment, man.
Come here. You thought you was tough.
Hey, and I know I needed it, but
That voice.
boy, I just love what we've been building, and I just don't want to. I know I ain't letting nobody down as far as getting hurt and stuff, because I know I'm gonna bring that energy.
Okay, press
let me
pause.
jump
We
in for
good.
1 second.
We good. We good.
So, like, but Cam, with him, and obviously you've been injured.
Yeah.
Another person that's a star in the NFL right now, CMC, man, he went down. He went back into IR. He literally just got back and played not even a full game and injured his PCL and is back in IR. Like, what does that feel like when, how do you balance being a warrior and just going out and playing and then understanding when to sit out and how to sit out and seeing your team thrive?
Man, it's tough, bro. Because you want them to understand you do have that warrior's mentality. The hard part is knowing that everything else is fine except for this particular injury. For me, it was my foot.
Yeah.
I was in the best shape of my life, but my foot was off. I had lens frank surgery. Then before that, it was my shoulder. So it's like one thing after the other. It's like, oh my God, I can't catch a break.
Yeah.
So I know what Christian McCaffrey is going through. I know what Brandon Graham is going through. As you get older, you start to realize now you the big dog in the locker room. Now you the OG in the locker room. Now you the veteran in the locker room. Where a lot of players, personnel, coaches, staff members gain confidence in you and you not being there as that empath that takes on so much of responsibility of the team. You can't uphold your end of the bargain and perform. It just sucks. Yeah. So Brandon Graham thought he was tougher than what he was. I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing just off the fact that emotion got the best of him because he just thought he was going to be able to sweep it. But that just shows you how much he cares, right? C-Mac, on the other hand, me knowing him personally, I know C-Mac a warrior. If he's hurt, he's still going to try to play. Yeah. But he's probably the most ultimate pro outside of probably Greg that take care of his body better than anybody I ever played with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And doing his pre-practice routines, his post-practice routines, a lot of different things that it was like, that's just C-Mac doing C-Mac things. Mm-hmm. So when he's not out there too, you already know that it's something that's ailing him and you will hope that they come back 100% the best they know how.
But like Cam, real quick, if you had some quick thoughts that go to your head, like you said, my shoulder, then my foot, and then like for him, it was his he had another leg injury. Now it's his PCL, and it's like he only played one quarter, and like, damn, I'm back right where I started all over again. Like, what are those things like that? When you get injured like that, what are some of those thoughts that are just popping in your head? Like,
man, I've been watching this show on Netflix alone. Yeah. And it's similar to being a football player, especially an ailing football player, especially on a losing team, because you have those type of mentals of a person that is in that show alone. Mm-hmm. The main thing that they try to do is focus on the positive. It's easy for you to get distracted with the negativity. You don't do no help, only harm when you think negatively. Oh, man, I can't stay healthy. I'm always hurt. Why me? Why can't I just go out there and do this? The thing about being hurt is you need to find or fast track the best way to get 100%. And if it takes you being out for the rest of the season, okay, fine and dandy. Now, the thing that cannot happen is you start listening to your comments. You start listening to the fans. You start listening to the negativity that comes. Man, we paid this person all this money. Man, this person getting so old. Why are we still doing blah, blah, blah? That's all negative energy that's not going to make the matters better. What you should do is get as healthy as possible and do not come back until you are healthy enough to compete how you compete, not how somebody else compete. Because I make that bonehead decision too. Knowing how I play this game, knowing how I need to get myself going, I couldn't do that because I was not 100%. But being a warrior, you're still going to make that damn decision. And sometimes it may help you, and sometimes it may hurt you. Here we go. Second down, questionable call of the week. See what we got.
So, Bud, we got to unpack Rivalry Week, man, and all the aftermath from Rivalry Week. It was a lot of beef going on. I mean, talk about Thanksgiving, but they were getting down to the ground, bro. They was getting it down to the ground. I'm trying to tell you. So, man, Bud, man, we got to talk about some of this mayhem that happened during the Rivalry Week that started with planting the flag on the field.
NC State beat UNC 35-30 at Kenan Stadium. Wolfpack safety DK Kaufman hoped to plant the flag at midfield, but UNC wide receiver J.J. Jones took the flag and threw it toward the Wolfpack bench. A brawl between the two teams broke out, and the staff members attempted to break it up.
Rivalry Week, baby. They must have been listening to Kendrick album, squabbling. What are you going to do when you win your rivalry game? You're going to celebrate in the middle of the field where the goddamn logo is.
I just want y'all to know, I'm trying to be as disrespectful as I possibly can. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Don't let me win. After you've been running your mouth the whole year, I'm gonna let you know this. I'm a sore loser. but I'm a worse winner. I'm going to be as blatantly disrespectful as I possibly can, because you've been running your mouth the whole year, and now look at you. Where was all that venom that you got right now?
No matter what these pundits and these analysts may say, good for the game of football. It just is. I don't.
Hey, that part, Ocho.
So talk about it,
That
bro.
part. But somebody asked me this, and I'm going to ask you the same question, Peggy. Is a person antagonizing you after they won the same as somebody putting a belt to your ass?
So you saying belt to ass like?
You know, like they got a thing that's going on now where they like belt to ass, and some kids after games, they take their towel and then belt to ass, belt to ass, belt to ass.
I don't like that. Like if you ain't touching
What's the
me,
difference?
Because you physically touching me. Like
Okay.
you plant that flag, I shouldn't have let you beat me on my home anyway. I feel like you already dead now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's done. Now I'm gonna feel something for it, but next year, like nah, ain't no more flags. I'm capturing all the flags. So that's the thing. Like now it's just so like sensitive. Like people so sensitive about so much. Man, you ain't gonna do that. They already walked in your trap and took over your trap, bro. You should have handled it between the first 4 quarters. But man, how do you feel about like planting the flag and all of that?
I seen another game, the Ohio State-Michigan game this past weekend. I was like, what was Ohio State still doing on the field? It's like y'all took y'all L, bro. Y'all knew what they was trying to do, and I guess they were not trying to do it. And it was like, why are the teams still out there on the field? I see on both sides, right? I'm the guy that's like, yes, I'm with, Unc here. Like, I want to be as disrespectful as possible. Now, to answer my question that I asked you, that's the difference. I'm not touching that person. I'm not even talking to that person. It's just an all good rivalryness for us to wave our flag on your field.
Yeah.
Now, planting it in the middle of the field, you just got to take your big L with that one. Now, if that flag touch me, then I'm going to whoop your ass.
It's facts.
Don't touch me. Don't even talk to me because you already know I'm already mad.
Facts.
You feel me? I am a sore loser. People call me a sore loser. Hell, I didn't even want to talk after games, let alone you saying something to me. Bro, come on.
I feel it.
Yeah, okay, you already know how this can go and will go. Man, take your little win and get the fuck out my face. And if you don't, I'm going to get you out my face. All right? Now, as far as me winning, Lord Jesus. Now, somebody would always tell me, or a coach would always remind us, win with class. Act like you've been there before. But you know what I used to tell him, Peggy?
What'd you say, bud?
I don't know if this is going to be my last time winning, so
cut up then.
I got it cut up. I got it cut up. You did? Here we go. Next clip.
So, man, the transfer portal, man, let's stand on the topic of college, the college football. The transfer portal is open, and guys are already hitting the portal and opting out of bowl games. So how do you feel about that? Does that give people an edge now that, like, for instance, Colorado is out of the playoffs, right? And Deion already said, like, I'm hitting the transfer portal right now. Like, does that give other teams an edge? Because just to give you some facts, players have until December 28th to put their name in, all right, the portal. The second round of the playoffs is December 31st and January 1st. So we might see more more of this going through the playoffs. Georgia defensive back Julian Humphrey, all right, started 10 games this year.
See one in.
Then got benched, all right, but he hit the portal before the SEC championship game and the playoff run. Kirby Smart, he declined to talk about it. But what do you think about players hitting the portal while the season's still going on? And does this give other teams that's not playing in the playoffs an advantage?
So one of the things that I want to kind of speak to not just Julian about, but just young players alike. Make a decision in a clear mind. Lay everything out. The good, the bad, and the ones that you need kind of counsel from. That a person that's not emotional about this situation. Not your mom, not your dad, not your coach, not your cousin, somebody who really wants your best interest to really analyze this situation. Because I think good counsel could help, but bad counsel could kill. Understand that. Being at a college or a university like UGA, it don't get no higher or bigger than that. You're there. You have a full scholarship. Keep this in mind. You can't go to the NFL right now, even if you wanted to.
That's true.
Does this university, does this coaching staff develop me to be the best football player that I possibly can be at the next level? I would say so.
Yeah.
You're at UGA. Who produced better talent than UGA? Now it's UGA's time over the last 2 to 3 years. So when I see young players hit the transfer portal, we made this discussion and discovery a couple months ago or weeks ago. Are you making it because of the circumstances, or you're making it because of the situation? Circumstance mean, okay, well, something happened, I don't like that, I'm gonna leave. Situation is more or less like, oh my God, there's no way that I could play because it's 3 other quarterbacks in front of me, which you should have known before that. Yeah. Or let's look at a guy like Jaden Davis, a guy that came from C1N2, who went to the University of Michigan, and it's been everywhere. University of Michigan just got Bryce Underwood, the number 1 player in the nation, as a former 5-star recruit in Jaden Davis. What are you supposed to do then? So, if you're hitting the transfer portal, be because you gave it thought, not because you're in your feelings, because you may not have been ready. And it's okay. And I think a lot of young players are delusional to the reality that they are not ready. They're talented, they're going to be good, but at this particular point, you're not good enough to really understand. And this is the kicker. That may not always mean that you're not good enough physically. What a lot of players forget is they may not be good mentally to understand the preparation, the mentality, just the maturity to play football. And that's the thing you have to think about. Here we go, next clip.
All right, so Gibbs from the Lions accidentally shares the Lions playbook on social media, all right? Coach Dan Campbell responds, and his response was, I don't really give a crap. I mean, if we're going to lose because of code words, then we're not good enough anyway, all right? I think we'll just post a whole freaking playbook out there and every code word we've got. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt us. It won't affect us. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. So your question for Cam is, should incoming NFL players get social media training and be taught for the potential consequences for oversharing your life on social media?
This is a perfect example, Peggy, of what we call winning team privilege.
Oh, man. Break that down, bud.
Now, what was the example we had the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys podcast can be distractions. Certain comments get overly analyzed. Now, granted, that was our Dallas Cowboy mention for the analytics of the week.
We got it.
We did it. But the truth of the matter is, when you look at good teams, they could get away with a lot more than bad teams. Now, when you're a bad team, you can't go out. You can't have family time. You can't have personal time. You can't have hobbies. Because to some people, they think, what you over here at Six Flags for, or what you over here trying to buy another car for, you need to be in that playbook. But this picture clearly shows that this person is still at the facility, probably making a joke. But when you sitting as one of the, if not the best football team in the National Football League, you could do things like this. I tip my hat off to Coach Dan Campbell for handling it like a G, because he knows Nobody shares their playbook. Now, granted, if you had the actual pictures of the plays, that'd be a little different. And even then, it still wouldn't matter because now you're sending a whole nother team spiraling to try to mean like, hey, that's Diego. Diego mean drop. Bruh, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
Because you may have to zoom in. Hey. Hold on, what did he just say? What did he just say? I couldn't hear him. Hold on. He said Diego? Man, you're not going to be able to get, like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Tighten up. So that really doesn't even matter. Now, media training for young players, that's definitely needed because a lot of times, not just in the NFL, granted in college, granted in high school, granted in any type of situation, because when you think about athletes thinking that they're normal, that's the first, second, and third mistake right there. Yeah. You're not normal, so you can't do normal shit. Here we go, next clip.
All right, so how to act in the public eye, all right? Colorado's Travis Hunter secured 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a win over Oklahoma State, but gets grilled by his girlfriend at the end of the game. Obviously, this is what the camera caught. It might have not been that, but this is what the camera caught.
Leanne, you got the best man in football, girl. Get that man some keys. Why is she upset?
Man, she looking like Cruella de Vil.
Not his stomach hurt.
You had a smile on your face the whole time. What was going on in your mind?
I was just happy to be out here, man. My last game at Frozen Field. The crowd came out to watch us, and we've been on the show for us, so I was happy to be here.
You set the tone with that first interception. What was that like?
It felt great, man. Coming out here, getting an interception. I really get thrown that, so when I got my hands on the ball, I was excited.
How do you describe what you did as a wide receiver with 3 touchdowns?
Me just playing football, man. They say I can't do it. I'm not a top receiver, so I had to show them.
Coach Prime was complimentary, calling you one of his sons. How would you describe the relationship with Coach Sanders?
Like I said before, it's just like a father and son bond, man. I can go there and ask him for anything. He give me advice for everything, so I love him.
Travis, congrats.
So, like, Cam, so just to take it off of Travis, even just from that situation, that's what the camera caught. We really don't know what they were talking about or even if it was a problem or anything of that sort. And then afterwards, obviously, Travis has posted his girlfriend on his page, well, his fiance, I believe, on his page and everything like that. It seems like it's good because I know probably the story spiraled out of control. But just general advice for young players, all right, and young girlfriends and relationships coming into fame. How is that and how should you conduct yourself?
I want to be so respectful. I do. Travis, that's my dog.
Yeah.
I met his fiance virtually. Seems like an unbelievable young lady. But you do understand he has football wrapped around his finger. Mm-hmm. Certain things just comes with it. Sweetheart and females alike. I'm not saying this in a disrespectful manner. Just understand what comes with the guy that you're dating and not be naive to who he is, what he attracts. It's hard. He's getting used to, okay, this lifestyle with money. Mm-hmm. And from what we've seen, Travis Hunter has been the perfect citizen for everything. We ain't never seen Travis Hunter outside of a club. Everything we seen Travis Hunter, he's always controlled. He has his podcast. He has his Twitch. He has these different shows that you may see him on his vlog, fishing, doing whatever. And still attracts a certain type of person. I'm saying all that to say, and I'm just using this example because what we saw was what everybody else saw, is we need people around us that understands what we're going through or can try to understand. Is it hard? Yes. Is it tempting? Yes. Is it tough? Yes. But as a young player that's 20, 21 years old, bro, he's still figuring this out. Then I'll go back to and I'll say this. It's not going to get any easier. Let's not be delusional about that. It's only going to get tough. He's only going to get richer. He's only going to get more notoriety. He's only going to have more followers. So, girlfriend, so fiance, so wife, understand what your partner is going through. It's not about, man, you played me, or why you talk to me like that, or why you talk about me like that, and this, that, and... But the funny thing is, it's not about you, babe. It's not about you, homeboy. Instead of asking those questions, why, ask this question of how. How can I make you better in this time? That's what a person like that needs. And you may say, you only saying that because you can relate. Yes, I'm only saying that because I'm more Travis Hunter than I am the fiance. So I'm trying to give nuggets to the fiance because for Travis Hunter, it's not gonna get no easier. He gonna get more turned up, especially if he win the Heisman. Lord Jesus. My Lord. Here we go. Third down, fan question of the week. Let's see what we got.
All right, Mike Joyner, 09. He's a first-month member.
Hey, appreciate that, Buckaroo.
Appreciate that, Mike. So he said, Cam, did you ever come up with your own plays? And if so, which one was your favorite?
I don't remember the names because we had like trips right, Z moved to trips right, or twins, like whatever it was like we used a number system in Carolina for so long, and then depending on how long the play was, we would just cut it down. But shout out to my dog, Coach Shula. Shout out to my dog, Coach Dorsey, Ken Dorsey, that is. Shout out to my dog, Rod Chazinski. I was young when I had Coach Chazinski, so he didn't really think about certain things. Shout out to Norv Turner. But I would, like Mondays and Tuesdays was my day. Really Wednesdays too, after practice, I would be able to debrief. Later on in my career, I would try to go home because I could smoke cigars and just think. And I would watch film and think about like, hey, every single time that they go in this coverage, a bang 8 is open, or a shake 7 is open, or this play is open. And every single coach would always, kind of consider it. Now, the flow of the game dictated if that play got called or not. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that I created plays that never was called, because it was. There was just certain things that would happen that I would say, okay, if it comes up in the game or we're able to call a play, then it would happen like that. Here we go, next clip.
All right, Scope Buffs Daily said, do you see the star rankings being non-existent in a few years just off the fact there's obvious political aspect to the stars and rankings? So I guess the high school stars, 5 stars, and everything.
Man, no. No, this is damn, who asked this question?
Scope Buffs Daily.
That's a hell of a question, and I'm going to tell you why I would say stars don't matter no more. Because I said this multiple times. The person that should be scared of the transfer portal, if I said that right, the person that should be afraid of the transfer portal should be the graduating senior. Because it devalues a quarterback. It devalues a running back. It devalues a wide receiver. Because if a coach, and you ask any collegiate coach, what's the main issue for players coming from high school to college, what is it going to be, Peggy?
Experience?
Maturity.
Yeah.
Why would I go get a damn knucklehead who ain't used to nothing, now got a stable living situation in the dorms, got his own apartment, now got NIL money, he was an asshole broke. Now you know he gonna be a bigger asshole when he got some money.
Facts.
Like, come on now. So, do 5-star recruits really be like 5-star recruits? I don't know. But what I do know is they keep producing guys like Ryan Williams.
Boy.
Big boy.
Big boy.
That motherfucker, that cold.
Yeah.
I mean cold-blooded, Sub-Zero cold. Motherfucking Yeti cold. Shit. And Antarctica cold. But that's
not the igloo.
That's the small percent of succeeding true freshmen that play.
Mm-hmm.
What about the other 1,000 true freshmen across the damn country that's at the Kent State, that's at the UGAs, that's at the Savannah States, the Fort Valley States, the Jackson States, the Tennessee States, the USCs, the University of Southern Cals, and also South Carolina University? What about those assholes and those dickheads and those entitled bastards and those motherfuckers and those little ignorant fucks? That's what your coaches is calling you.
Golly.
Real talk. These motherfuckers need to be told that. And it's not to be unrealistic or to be like, okay, Cam, that's nasty. Man, you have real unbiased conversations with coaches that's recruiting these kids, and to understand that he spent so much time recruiting your sorry ass son that got labeled a 5-star. Now when you come to my campus and you're
starless.
You're starless. God, you're cloudy. I can't see none of them stars. And guess what? We don't even care about none of them damn stars.
But it's over with after that.
Like, real talk. So, yes, when you say, does the stars have value? The stars never have value. Because the truth of the matter, the real ballers is going to rise every single time.
Yeah.
Some stars, no stars, bum stars, all stars. It don't matter. If you can play ball, you can play ball. But this is the thing, Peggy.
What's up, bud?
It's not what you had, it's what you're trying to get. Yeah, I was a 5-star athlete in high school, but guess what? I wanted to be a first-round pick. I played like it. Oh, damn, I got to go to JUCO. Don't worry about it. I was a 5-star athlete in high school. Psh, doubled down, 5-star athlete in JUCO. Psh, now what? Still want to be a first-round pick. That's all that matters. Make sure you're a priority. Man, there's so many times. Adults do it all the time. But guys also do it all the time, or athletes do it all the time. Bro, turn the fucking page. When you pass that, cool. It's all well and good to say, man, I used to be. Cool. But bruh, turn that motherfucking page. Nobody gives a fuck how good your JV team was, or you was All-State, or you was the Army All-American, or you was the Under Armour All-American. Nobody, bro, you a junior in college now, bro. Tighten up, bro. Tighten up, doggy. Like, bruh, what they... But now you can't catch a cold. In Antarctica, you didn't even catch COVID. That's a good one, ain't it?
That was a fit. That's
go.
a boogie ball out, man.
Here we go.
All right, man.
Next one.
You talking about, man, high school. So Gamecock dude, all right, he said, Peggy, ask Cam about his high school basketball career. How many points did he average, and did he have any basketball offers coming out of high school?
That's so crazy. It was so long ago, I don't know if I had real offers, because that was luring bait for me. Like, they would say, you could play basketball too. Now, granted, anybody who knows Westlake knows that Westlake is a basketball school. My dog Ray, I'm about to give Ray some love, but we just had this conversation, bro. Ray Willis graduated the year after me and went to the University of Oklahoma and played with Blake Griffin. But my basketball career was like this. Every form of sports, I've always went to the highest degree, right? When I was a junior, that was our best year, but I played half a year of basketball, really a couple games, because when my football season got over with, I only had a month to play basketball before I graduated.
What you was playing? What position?
4. 4. I wasn't going to be the guy to be like, bruh, shoot. I knew I wasn't going to the damn next level to play basketball. I just did basketball just because I like the clout.
Yeah.
Ain't going to count. Hey, that's Cap. Yeah, that's me. You feel me? Had ups, you did, and I could get a rebound. You wasn't going to hold me. You wasn't going to bitch me. You wasn't going to out-effort me. That's what I just took pride in. You feel me? My junior year, we went 32-0. and we lost in the state championship. The team that we lost to, we had already beat twice already. And this is the thing. If I could change anything in high school sports, I would change that they have a shot clock.
How did y'all lose? It came down to the end?
Bro, they was in prevent. The score at one point was like 12-6, and they're just preventing. It's like
wasting time.
Wasting time.
Yeah.
Like that shit was whack. We need a shot clock in high school basketball. Had we had that, we would have definitely whooped their ass. They knew we was gonna whoop their ass. But it was a very low scoring game, and we got in foul trouble because we was trying to get the ball. But all in all, man, basketball for me wasn't really something that I really took serious. My dad didn't even allow me to play like basketball competitively. I think I played in one AAU tournament, and that was it. I don't know if that was AAU or my high school team. And I just had time because my dad was out of town that weekend. Like I knew I was going to school for football. Yeah. And that's the type of energy that I had, man. So shout out to Westlake Lions, Coach Darren Rogers. He's actually still there. Coach Hankerson. It's crazy. Now, check this out, Peggy. This is a story. While I was in high school, the women's basketball team never won anything. You know how many state championships she has now?
How many?
She has 5.
Since you left?
Bro. And that's within the last 8 years. Damn. She been going crazy. I want to say 5 or 4, whatever. But she been doing a motherfucking thing. Here we go. Here's my week 14 picks. Damn, Peggy.
Yeah, bro.
This motherfucker got a rabbit foot in his ass, man. He sold his hair for a good record, man.
Hey,
man. His soul, man.
I'm doing picks, nigga.
Man, that's straight up, though. You a fraud, Peggy. Tell him what that P really stands for. It stands for fraud. P-H-A-U-R-D. Fraud.
Man, they hating on you, bro. They hating on you, bro.
What else? But the Green Bay game, the Bengals game, that got me.
I knew that. But the thing is, when I told you, I just found it was crazy. I should have texted you on Thanksgiving. I said, bro, you don't think Miami it's gonna be too cold for them? Miami lost 11 straight games when the temperature is under a certain.
Bro, hey, check this out. And it didn't hit me until I was on first take. This needs to be studied.
What?
I was looking at the highlights and I'm saying to myself, every time it's a cold game, Tua Tagovailoa only throws in-breaking routes. So that right there will be why a cornerback, or those are the tendencies that the cornerback looks at. So if I'm a cornerback, I'm standing inside. And they can be more aggressive because they already know he don't got the arm strength to attack the fastest guy on the planet.
Yeah.
In the stadium. You can't throw it to no damn Tyreek Hill if you only can throw it only 25, 30 yards with some pop. Come on, Peggy.
Does the ball feel different? Is it heavier? It's harder when it's
Bruh, it ain't the ball, bro. It's the conditions. When you throwing it and you trying, it don't matter how, bro, you throw a damn cotton ball. It don't matter how hard you throw it. It's the conditions.
Yeah.
It's just not going to get there, guy. The words that you've been hearing all your life, Peggy.
I've been getting there.
Just get it there.
I'm going to get it.
Try harder, son.
Please.
That's what your girl's been telling you, Peggy.
They say you're going too hard, Peg. That third leg, Peg.
Here we go. About to tell you. Nah, I ain't gonna stop.
You want me to run down the picks?
Nah. We ain't gonna run down the picks. Folks been getting on me. They thought it was like, what, Cam think he Kendrick now?
I know.
I know. I'm not.
All right. So you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. So we about to run you down on your Week 14 picks. All right, Boog. First up, all right, Green Bay at Detroit.
Green Bay.
All right, Jacksonville at Tennessee.
Jacksonville.
New York Jets at Miami.
Miami.
Atlanta Falcons at Minnesota.
Atlanta.
New Orleans at New York Giants.
New Orleans.
All right, Carolina at Philadelphia.
Philly.
Cleveland at Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Las Vegas at Tampa.
Tampa.
Seattle at Arizona.
Arizona.
Buffalo at LA Rams.
LA Rams.
This nigga taking. Chicago at San Fran.
San Fran.
LA Chargers at Kansas City.
LA Chargers.
He going for the first pick overall. All right, Cincinnati at Dallas.
Cincy. Bro, there's so many memes to my madness, though, bro.
Oh, what the fuck?
Listen, dog.
Bro, we got to talk about it.
Because, bro, listen, to the greats thing, at this point now, bro, when I look at Green Bay and Detroit, that's a divisional game.
Mm-hmm.
They got familiarity there. Green Bay is coming off good football being played. They don't care about Detroit. Detroit don't care about Green Bay. It's going to be a hole-in-the-wall good time.
I think it's going to be a defensive game.
For sure, that Green Bay is going to pull out.
Oh, no.
Who else did I have?
You said, hold on. You said
Atlanta over Minnesota. I think Kirk Cousins, shake back. Now, hold
game.
on. I got to say something.
What's up?
There's no better team in the NFL that I love watching other than the Detroit Lions.
Why is that?
Let me say that. And the reason why I say that is, I don't know if you be looking at the comments, Peggy, but the Detroit 8 Mile motherfuckers, they be really coming for me, bro.
Yeah, they be like, why you keep betting against
Why,
Detroit?
bro? Cam don't like Detroit. I love Jared Goff, bro. Cam don't like, bro, I love Amin Ra. I went on Amin Ra, St. Brown's dad's podcast, bro. It was one of the most favorite podcasts that I've been on. Yeah. And I just know how the NFL game, I don't think that the Detroit Lions is going to finish with just one loss at the end of the year. That's just the truth.
But the thing is, though, they should be every time you bet against Detroit, they win. For real shit.
But can you say that if I said every time I went with them, they lost? They ain't lost too many times, Peggy.
I'm just saying. Them in Kansas City.
Now.
Well, you got to talk about that one, though. You got to talk about Buffalo at L.A. Rams.
Man.
And you going with L.A. Rams?
Man, they're a good team, bro. They just, I don't know what, I haven't been watching them enough, but the Rams are a good team, bro. Mm-hmm. Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback with I got to look at the injury report, but if he has his loaded gun and all his weapons at home too, Buffalo traveling across the country.
Okay, so if you're talking about across the country, you got L.A. Chargers at Kansas City. It's not clear across, but I'm just saying, and we just talked about weather conditions. Them going to Kansas City, L.A. Chargers, and you got them.
Divisional game, bro.
Okay, divisional game,
Come
bro.
on, Peggy.
Yeah.
Think about it, Hetty Murphy.
Yeah, okay. I'm ahead of the picks, so let me run mine down there.
And then Cincinnati over there, that's not wrong.
Yeah, Cincinnati over there.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Green Bay at Detroit.
Man, I'm going with the D, bro.
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Peggy.
Easy. Oh,
Come
I'm
on,
going
Gordon.
with Detroit Lions.
Get your guy, bro. This dude is a
Balls for the cause.
Lord Jesus.
Damn.
Jacksonville at Tennessee.
Jacksonville.
New York Jets at Miami.
Miami.
Atlanta at Minnesota.
Minnesota.
New Orleans at New York Giants.
Saints.
Carolina at Philadelphia.
Philly.
Browns at the Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
Raiders at the Buccaneers.
Tampa.
Seahawks at the Cardinals.
Cardinals. Cardinals.
Buffalo at the Rams.
Buffalo.
Chicago at San Fran.
San Fran.
LA Chargers at Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Cincinnati at Dallas.
We're going with them Bengals.
There you go.
That's it.
Here we go, Newton's Law. The title of this Newton's Law is Letting Your Support System Serve You. We have a quick video to share. Peggy, take it from him.
All righty. We got Lamar, man, after the game with his loss against the Steelers. Man, his mama cussed him out, and she had some key points at how he should have played the game.
Lamar, looking back, you feel like there were some opportunities to run today for you that you may have passed up?
Yeah. My mama just told me that. She just cussed me out, so like I'm mad, so like we gonna get after it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. We gonna get after it. I can't wait till this ball get on. Like we got the Giants coming up. I'm ready to go. Like I'm just ready to go, man.
So what did she cuss you out about?
She said it was lanes I should have took and ran, but you know I was just trying to let guys develop routes. We had developing routes. I was just trying to go through my progression, but yeah, she right. I'm gonna do my like.
love that, bro.
So like even with that, it's like he got a real
love
support
that, bro.
system. His mama know how he should have played.
No. This is a little different too, because I'll give you a quick story about Lamar. I met him a couple times.
Okay.
People need to understand Lamar Jackson beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
Yeah.
He don't really get into what the crowd does. He's his own individual. So much so that you really haven't seen Lamar Jackson in a lot of national campaigns.
That is true.
Because Lamar Jackson wants to stay focused on being the best football player that he possibly can be. We've seen him on Gatorade. I'm pretty sure that they dropped a big bag, as they should. We've seen him at Oakley. I'm pretty sure they dropped a big bag too. But there's one specific figure that always seems to get mentioned with his counsel. It stops and starts with his mom. Strong black woman. A person that I've seen from afar that I admired.
Is that his agent?
Yes. Yeah. And the way they move is so like, damn, that shit pretty dope. And any competitor know when you relate to, matter of fact, just play it back with no audio. Just play it back. Cut the audio off. Now I'm gonna ask you this, Peggy, right there. Starting at this particular point, do you think he's serious? You think he playing?
No, he ain't playing. You can see with the hand motion, the shaking back for the rubbing of the face. He ain't playing.
That makes sense to you?
Yeah, like you see his,
So that's my point. Mama mean business.
Yeah.
And every single athlete, entertainer, a person of influence, or a person that's responsible for a lot needs that person. I call them the deflator. Why the deflator? Because when you think your head getting big, they can deflate your head and make you come back to life, back to reality. And my whole thing with Lamar Jackson has been this. He is the greatest dual threat quarterback to ever play this game, bar none. You can do things on the football field, Lamar Jackson, that nobody has ever been able to do. That's your skill. That's not your deficit. Do not allow other people, and it's easy for other people to critique a game that they didn't even play. Let me say that again. It's easy for people to critique a game, and most of the time, they didn't even play it. It's for them to say, you can't play the game of football like that. You can't play quarterback like that. Hey, asshole, you didn't even play quarterback. But just because you got one of these, and just because you got a platform, and just because you got a Twitter account, and just because you got a comment, you think you know about football. So, his mom can agree to this. Lamar, bro, be you and do you. Because even though you know that you have to get other people involved in the game, bro, you got something that a lot of people wish that they had. The uncanny ability to get the fuck on at any time. You're the only person probably in history that can really be successful by just dropping back and being blind and just saying, you know what, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, boom, let me scramble. And probably can be successful at it. That's a skill. That's not a deficit. So, you've played this game long enough to hear everything. Now, your mom knows best. So dare I say anything. But I think it's so essential for people of influence, people who have a lot of impact in their own community. You could be a firefighter, you could be a council person, you could be a teacher, you could be a CEO, you could be a janitor, you could be a quarterback, you could be a police. I don't give a damn who you are. If you're responsible for anything, you need deflators in your life.
But Cam, I gotta ask you one quick question though. So like even within your life, your dad, he coached you off the field more or less, and I think that's what you even take up with your kids. You like they have other coaches, but outside of the game, you know, you coach them and you tell them stuff that they need to work on. But even with his mom, she was like, you should have took some of those running lanes. How do you balance between what your coach is telling you to do and what your team scheme is versus somebody at home knowing the type of player that you have been your whole life? How do you balance between the two in measuring that out without just doing your own thing when it comes to the game?
It's still going to come down to what's your tendencies when things don't go your way. All right, and I completely understand what he's saying. Man, I want to go through my full progression. But when it's resulting in losses, fuck that progression.
Yeah.
Let's win this game. I will always tell my players on my 7-on-7 team, don't be robots. We have a real program. We have a real system. We have real plays that we kind of go off of. And I tell players all the time, and even former players who I played alongside with that was trying to learn the playbook all the time, I was like, bro, don't be no robot. See what the play is asking you to do and put your own pizzazz to it. Now, if you're supposed to run a 5-step speed post, run a 5-step speed post. But if it's man-to-man, that 5-step may turn into a 3-step. But it's man-to-man. You got to win. Say all that to say, if you're Lamar Jackson, your full progression has to be your full progression unless it impacts winning and losing. If what you're going to do, go rogue, scramble, if it's going to lead to us winning, nobody's going to complain. Same to my players. If what you're doing is going to lead to us winning, you're going to become more open because you said, Coach, man, I just saw it. You playing football. You're a football player, not a robot, not Pinocchio. You're a football player. Allow your greatness to take over within reason of the scheme. What I will also tell my players, hey, I see what you was trying to do, but none of that matters if you don't catch the ball. If you catch the ball, then all that other stuff, we could coach up. But your ability to catch and your ability to throw can get you a lot of things. And certain things require you to just play football. Don't overthink it. And there's times where I've seen Lamar Jackson overthink things. And I'm like, bro, you got something that a lot of people don't got, and I share it again. You got the ability to get the fuck on. Lane, no lane. Game, no game. You can get the fuck on.
Yeah.
You don't think Brady or Manning or Breeze or Matt Ryan, like you don't think Patrick Mahomes sometimes don't be willing to get the fuck on it? Joe Burrow with that offensive line that they got to get the fuck on it.
Who you telling?
Come on, bro. So I get it. But this is more or less about the supporting cast and having guys and gals in your corner that's going to keep it a buck with you. And that's extremely important. Do I rest my case, Peggy?
You told him what it was, bud.
Anything else that needs to be said, Peggy?
Man, nah, man. We'll just be out here, man. Y'all support, man, the Bless the Babies Bowl, the national championship, man. We streaming it live each and every day on Cam's Facebook. And if you don't catch it live, it will be on C1N's YouTube at the end of the duration of the tournament. So make sure y'all follow C1N. If you're not already following that, and be locked into the tournament each and every day from now on, from today until Saturday. We'll be doing it big on Cam Newton Facebook page, locking it in. What else you got?
Nothing, Peggy. Appreciate that. I'm gonna give you that $20 for giving me the free pro.
Make it 25.
You know, Now, I do got a question, Peggy.
What's up?
A couple of weeks ago, I told him to, if anybody got any type of creation, make sure they tag you. Did anybody ever tag you?
Man, I ain't getting no tag yet, man. I'm gonna double back on 4th and 1 page. If you got a creation, a jersey, some clothing, send it this way, man. So we asking for that again. We're gonna have to put that on the social channels too, man, so they'll know. Send your gear.
You know what that mean, Peggy? Ain't nobody really fucking with you like
proud. Oh, shit.
Here we go. One finger.
Uh-huh.
One finger. One finger. One finger. Can't forget the pinky.
Ooh.
Back, one finger. One finger.
Hey. Hey.
One finger.
Hey.
One pinky. Back to the finger. The pinky. The thumb.
Hey.
All together, one
love.
You dig?
And it's a wrap.